Hello, welcome to another Patio Time with Patrick. Today I'm joined by Martin Guay from Android Unfiltered.
Android Unfiltered, or Android News and all the Bites, Android Coliseum. There's a few different
There's
places.
a few bunch of ones.
Yeah.
Pretty much like I have a lot of Android stuff. So today it's not really talking gaming. It's really more like IT, geek stuff that you're into and stuff like that.
Yeah, the usual. You know.
And you do the camera, photos, and stuff like that.
I do.
So first we'll plug your Android Unfiltered one first. So when did that start and what's
Android Unfiltered started, I think.
Sorry, before we start, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, again, glasses, because microbreweries, you want to sponsor me, I'll be drinking your brand happily to enforce it on every single guest.
Apparently. So yeah, no, Android Unfiltered probably started about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
It's completely brand new, kind of branching off from different groups. So Android Unfiltered is pretty much anybody and everybody. It's not Canada or United States specific. It's just whatever happens, and it's unfiltered. So it's not going to be censored.
Okay.
If you want to say fuck, we'll just say fuck.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, that's my stuff is not filtered either. So.
Exactly. So it's nothing new. I mean, the owner or the main editor, Tony, is not new to the scene. He used to manage Oh My God Android, which used to have a huge amount of following, like extremely huge amount.
Yeah.
So he's just coming back to the scene to start back something else that's Android related, and he's grabbing a whole bunch of people that are actually knowledgeable in the field. So we're going to start to post a whole bunch of articles, reviews, and whatnot, and it's going to be a lot of YouTube as well.
Oh, good. So now, will this be amalgamating all the other ones?
No, it's all going to be separate.
So you want to put more work on yourself, is what you're saying. You're not happy enough doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You want more now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be doing more everywhere, and everywhere is going to have a piece of something. So I'm going to try to split the work because there's a lot I can do.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an article there, or YouTube there, and something there, and I'm just going to move along the whatever I'm working on at the time.
Okay. Now, what brought you into because I know you've been an IT person for a long time. What brought you into the idea? If I'm going to start doing the Android talk and all that.
That's probably been going on now since the early 2010, when Android was still pretty young.
Yeah.
So it grew from there, and eventually joined the team, I'd say probably 2013, 2014, starting to write your articles and whatnot, and do some reviews, and kind of grew from there.
And now you also do gear tech stuff, because I've seen you with some new tech stuff. It's not Android, it's just overall tech
Just
stuff.
overhaul tech, backpack with tech.
Yes.
I've got a whole bunch of accessories that are not Android related.
You should have brought the backpack. Because that's
Actually,
you
I do have a backpack. The backpack from Ghost Tech.
Okay, yes.
So you got the ports on the side, and the batteries inside.
Yeah, so there's a
laptop on the back with the tablet and whatnot.
Does it have a cooling unit or no?
No cooling unit in this one, but you know what? It keeps pretty much everything cool inside, so it's not getting heated or anything like that.
What's the battery life about that?
Just 16,000 mAh in there.
That's pretty good, I think.
So I could probably charge my phone a couple of times, and I even have the adapter so I can connect the laptop and charge the laptop.
That's really good. So I guess you take it for trips and stuff like that.
It's going to be, its first trip's going to be Android Toronto.
Yeah.
I've only had the backpack maybe 3 weeks from Ghost Tech. They provided and reviewed it, and they were very, very satisfied with it.
Oh, good. Now, there's a new phone coming out from Ottawa, because I'm going to try and get a hold of that guy, Frank, who is 17 years old.
Yeah, Omar's a 17-year-old that decided to go bridge the gap into getting something for the cheap, but that's actually good.
Mm-hmm.
So he's being helped by Fahad, which is the CEO, which he's overseeing the entire project, and essentially the Frank phone is going to be 180 USD, but that's the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, it goes to 200 after that.
If I remember correctly, it's 239 USD once it's out of the Kickstarter phase.
So that's close to 300.
Yeah,
it's still
for a phone that's going to be doing anything you need.
Yes.
I mean, I've tested one of their prototypes, and compared to my daily drive, which is the Nexus 6P, it's a bit better than the Nexus 6P.
Okay.
And everybody still loves the Nexus 6P right now.
Oh, yes.
So
like you said, the camera's not quite as good, but again, you don't care that much.
You know what?
It's
just a software adjustment that they need to do, because the camera software was quite lacking. But if they can actually nail the camera software,
it's good, yeah.
Because I've tried different applications on the...
Well, you don't want to spend $1,000 for the new iPhone piece of... sorry.
iPhone what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1,000 for it. And
that's the iPhone 8 first version, but if you want the actual expensive one, it's the iPhone X large version at $1,500.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for what? It doesn't do that much more than any of the other iPhones.
The technology inside pretty much already exists. More phones on the Android side already have them. It's a lot of it has to do with the implementation of the software.
Because you know there's the theory for hardware, right? It doubles for so long, then it hits the peak.
Yeah.
Do you think we're there now for cell phones, pretty much, like until something break?
We're at the top end.
Yeah. Because like batteries are now at pretty much as they can. Memory and stuff. It's like
you know what, battery technology. It's just a matter of time before it switches. I mean, Sony's working on their own, which they have been testing up to a week's lifespan for the battery before a charge is required.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
That's nice. Well, there's also I know for technology, solar chargers.
Yeah.
They have the clear ones now. So they're looking at that for the phones, so you can have a clear. Yeah, your clear glass, which is also going to be solar.
Which would be good. I mean, if they could actually build the solar technology within the entire casing of the phone.
That's what I mean, yeah. So
and then there's constantly light except at nighttime. You'd still be able to charge your phone pretty much everywhere. So technically, you wouldn't be running out of juice at any point in time.
And the thing is, like, I know years ago, wristwatches had the ones for kinetic.
Yeah, the kinetic energy one.
So why can't phones have that there too?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because it makes sense, right? Especially if you get through the solar glass on their solar battery from the glass with a kinetic one, then you'd almost never need to charge your phone up.
And here's the thing, I mean, the way I look at it is companies are developing a whole bunch of these gadgets or phones and whatnot, but they're not doing it for the consumer. They're doing it because the shareholder wants money.
Yes.
So the shareholders are agreeing with it. It makes money for them. They're happy, regardless if the customer wants it or not.
Exactly, like with the iPhone 8.
Yeah.
The i8, like really, no one really needed it. There's not very much.
Another example, the Note 8. It's basically just the S8 Plus with a pen. That's it.
Ooh, yeah. But we get to help sell a whole new model.
That's really it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, it's all about the shareholders. We want money. Consumers don't care about it. I mean, the people will still buy it.
Yeah, people will just buy it and they'll make money and they'll be happy.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to see like a big technology because it hasn't really done that for.
It's technology-wise, it's probably been stagnant for about 3 years now.
Yeah. There's a little bit more improvement here and there, a little bit more battery life, a little bit.
Where we need to see a lot of improvements is the software.
Yes.
If the software can get nailed, what we currently have right now with a better interface with the software, it probably would generate even more interest.
But see, there's always that race though, right? Because they come out with the hardware, and then the software guys are trying to
they're trying to catch up.
They're trying to catch up, and then here's a new one.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, our software that we've been researching for 2 years. Now we have to change it all.
And that's the problem.
And so it'd be nice if the hardware guy, it's because it's a different company, they want to make money. Just wait for a while.
That's it.
Because then you could keep selling that same one.
I mean, like you said, even for the iPhone, the hardware is old, but they nailed their software. It's just a very closed ecosystem, which doesn't allow for a lot of flexibility.
No. And okay, so I know the iPhone has Siri, and then the Android has
the Google Assistant.
Google Assistant, yes. Have you used the Google Assistant? Or?
Yeah, it turns on and off my lights when I tell it to.
Wow, that's
great. And now I'm just going to be linking that over to my coffee machine so that by the time I get up in the morning and tell it coffee, it's going to make coffee.
So really?
Yeah. You can definitely do that.
That's actually not a bad thing for lazy people.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah. But just
like right now, I've got a program to turn on my lights in the kitchen at a certain time, and before I even show up at home, I'll just say, "Okay, Google, kitchen lights on." And a couple seconds later, the kitchen lights are on.
And of course, you can also just switch to.
Yeah, but
just saying, you can also just yeah.
You can definitely do that, but you're getting home and you're not in your apartment. You can still tell it to turn your lights on.
True, and I guess you can control your air conditioner too.
It's not hooked up to that, but it's an idea, and I'm working to see if there's a trigger for it.
Yeah.
Currently, the triggers for the ones that exist in the market only handle about 15 amp. So I probably would need something that handles 20 or more amp. I just don't want to fry the little unit.
Right. Now, would that be able to be hacked then? Because I mean,
it's possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. I mean, you probably could do it with Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I know people are like, well, you're worried about hacking. Well, if you rack up someone's electricity bill a lot, that could fucking, or turn off their air conditioner.
Or I mean, when you're not paying for electricity, you really don't care. Right?
You don't care. But yeah, like your fridge or stuff like that, just start fucking with people's electricity, or make it think there's a ghost.
Yeah.
Just the lights go on and off. What the fuck?
And that's the thing. I mean, it's going to be part of what will need to happen in the next couple of years is IoT security for all these gadgets and devices.
Yeah.
Well,
they've already filmed like the driverless cars, the smart cars
that can still be hacked, and then somebody else takes control of it.
Yeah.
It's very doable. and they show proof of concept.
Well, yes, and they had one of the guys in the car while he was driving, and the guys in the back were just took it over.
Yep.
And he freaked out, of course, because all of a sudden, like, I'm not controlling anything. And
doors are locked. You braking, pressing the brake, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You can't steer the car. It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's and that's where, like, I understand, like, yeah, they want to get the smart cards out, they want this out, but it's like, well, if you don't build security, there's going to be people that will easily hack it.
They will take advantage of it. Another one that just recently hit the news, it's the Blueborn, which basically propagates over Bluetooth.
It's brilliant.
And into any type of devices. It doesn't need to have an internet connection. It just needs to be able to sense it to Bluetooth. It just infects it and replicates all across.
And so wait, what if I have my Bluetooth off on my phone?
Then you're fine.
You're fine. But but most people have it on.
Exactly. But here's the thing: you have a whole bunch of Bluetooth devices.
Yes.
They're all affected.
Like anything.
Anything that's Bluetooth
So
currently right now.
What does it do? Like it just.
It basically it's a man-in-the-middle attack.
No.
So basically, if you connect to it, they'll be able to do a man-in-the-middle attack, retrieve passwords, accounts, whatever else.
And yeah, everyone has on their phones has all that information usually. Like they store.
So unless you're on one of the latest updates for any OS, it's not just related to Android, iOS.
Well, like you said, it's because it's Windows,
exactly.
Apple, Mac, all those.
All of them. They're all affected.
Well, printers too. So that means like they could get the information that the printers send in.
Yep. That's exactly it. And like if you're on specifically Windows and Android, patches were released this week.
So what's upcoming for Android for you? You and Android, what's going on?
This coming week, I'm taking a trip over to Toronto for Android Toronto developers.
Oh, nice.
A lot of the conference is sponsored by the Google Developer Conference.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be entertaining and interesting. I'm going to be part of the media group. So.
Oh, wow. So I guess you're going to be doing some live streaming and stuff like that?
Hopefully. Depends. It depends. The Wi-Fi's not that great.
Yes, well, I found out yesterday. Like,
I could do it over LTE, but that's going to take a chunk of my data.
Well, that's just it. Like, I mean, yesterday was the...
So I might just record offline and then do some editing in between, and I'll just do short clips.
Yeah, because I'd say that was funny for, like, when I do streaming of the game stuff. It's nice because I use the store's internet, but those are usually... Everyone's doing that, right? So it's like, click, oh, no video feed right now, and then it goes back up.
I've been there a few times.
You know, and I mean, like I said, it's yes, I have my phone I can tether, but that's I'd be using up almost my entire data in one day for that.
So I'm gonna try not to do that.
Yeah.
So, I might do, like I said, I might do a couple pops online, live YouTube.
Well, I'm tempted for our out of the basement stuff. When I start doing the stream, I'm tempted to pick up the Rogers stick, that you have. So that way, no matter where you are, it's my internet.
I was trying to get my media group and PR group about Rogers.
Yeah.
See if they wanted to sponsor something before. They said no. I'm like, that's unfortunate.
Because that's expensive.
Yeah, and they knew. I mean, I probably would be checking at least 20 gigs.
Yeah.
Per event.
Yeah.
So they're like, no.
No. Yeah. But like I said, I'm tempted for when I do the stream, and I don't have to worry about the store's feed. I have my straight up, my connection. Don't have to worry about it. Unlimited data.
Could potentially look into Freedom data package for the stick.
Oh, really?
Actually, not that expensive.
Okay.
And there's no overusage fees.
Oh, that's another. See, that's the other one too. Because as you know, when you start doing live streaming and videos and stuff like that, you're like, how many gigs was that? Okay.
Oh, I switched my package 3 months ago to them. $59 a month. 8 gigs of data when I'm in their network.
Yeah.
And then it includes roaming.
Oh, wow.
So I have 1 gig of roaming. But still no overage fee. So even if I go over, even if I'm away, like in the States, I'll still be able to use my internet.
That's actually, so is that Freedom you said?
Yeah, Freedom Mobile.
Oh, okay. I have to look into that.
$59 a month. And then you've got unlimited calling, unlimited texting while you're in your city zone. And then even if you're away, you can still unlimited text. So it doesn't matter.
Might switch over again because I'm with the unknown company. It starts with R, ends with an S. But for my internet and phone, I like to see it's a package, right?
I moved away from Bell just for that reason. I was paying $130 a month just on one plan. I'm like, no.
See, I'm not paying too bad, but I mean, because I'm paying for a high-end internet use because I was uploading videos. You know what it's like. You're trying to upload videos. If you don't have the high connection, you're like, all right, I'll come back.
Just putting a stream onto YouTube, and you're just uploading a video, and you're like, well, it's only 10 minutes, but it's about 6 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nah, I'm gonna go grab a beer and sit on the patio and wait.
Yeah, well, that's it. So yeah, I can put up a 2 gig file in no time at all. Which, if I didn't have that, it'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to work and come back, and hopefully there's been no interruption in that entire time, and I don't have to start over again.
That doesn't account for the rendering that you're gonna have to do.
Yes.
So post-processing.
Yeah. Now I want to also, this is sort of in the topic, which is off, AI. Because like AI, I know they've talked about it since the very beginning of computers. And in the cognitive science course I took, they're saying, well, they keep pushing it, what they determine is what AI is. They keep pushing it further and further, so it makes it harder and harder to say we have AI. It's like, well, okay, it can't just play chess or do math, it's got to do this and this as well.
That's the thing.
You keep changing what you want for what it is. So what do you determine AI?
If we go with the concept of AI.
Well, first, what do you call AI? What would you consider something that to be an AI?
Let's take Siri and the Google Assistant and Alexa.
Right.
They are AIs.
They are, okay.
So because they will actually be able to process your command and your request and actually do what you're asking them.
And they have learning algorithms.
Yes.
So I mean, that's
that is a form of AI.
Yeah.
What a lot of people that are not tech savvy or connoisseur, if I were to put it, they usually take AI as Skynet.
Yes.
Well, that's not entirely true. That would be an ASI.
Yeah. Well, and also that's what the ones that Stephen Hawking, saying that could end us the world technology.
The kind of super technology, the super AI we're looking for, similar to Skynet, is an ASI, which we're not there yet, and it probably won't happen until we hit quantum computers.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's really nice. I forgot to check the mic on it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Did not. You'll have to check it.
Yeah. If not, you have to remember 4 here sometime.
It works. But the level of what we're going to see as autonomous AI that are able to change their own code and evolve won't happen until we hit quantum technology.
No, that's it.
Which we are kind of starting as China released their own quantum network, quantum satellite and quantum network.
All right.
Which now a lot of countries are really, really scared because it pretty much renders current cryptography useless. So they have access to everybody's network.
And just imagine, the U.S. used to be the leader for the longest time until,
Well, they're relying on the Israeli government for that. They're their big cyber partners.
Okay. And China's pushing because they want to be leaders in pretty much everything. So.
Of course.
And they get the money to do it. So.
They have the money to do it.
But so like, because for a lot of people consider AI, because like you said, nanotechnology, they're thinking, it's consciousness and has emotions and stuff. Well, that's not the definition of what AI is. It's artificial intelligence that has a learning algorithm, it can learn, it can do everything like that.
And that's basically what Watson is, the supercomputer from IBM. Yeah. Basically, you're using it to diagnose a patient right now in medical science.
Oh, really? That's good.
It's able to make a complete diagnosis of a patient without human intervention.
Well, sort of Facebook's a bit of an AI as well, because it has and Netflix, because all those yes, it's basically code, but that's what we are. We're code.
That's exactly, and this is the basic form of AI.
Yeah, and Netflix has it knows what you've been watching and everything. So every once in a while, I just love to fuck around and just go watch a whole bunch of stuff in a row for a while, just to fuck up with its little algorithm. Like, fuck you! Here.
I'm not really surprised by that.
Oh, I know. It's like, fuck you. Why are you watching kids anime? Shut up. Just
play in the background.
Exactly.
Go do something else.
Exactly. Yep. I don't care. You're like, okay, you want this? No, fuck you. It's the same as Facebook does the same thing,
It will recommend stuff based on previous choices you made or previous interactions.
Yes. Of course, it does get into trouble sometimes when it puts those pop-ups up. It's like, hey, do you want to do this again? As you're like,
Well, it's the same thing if you're playing on your phone. If you were to open your Google activity.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It'd be like, you've been to all these places where you've passed by. Oh, would you want to do a review for this place? Because we know you've been at this place for X number of minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's lovely.
And so do you see? Well, they've been working with the teleportation. Well, not teleportation. Like moving, basically, the quantum science again for moving.
So they've been able to take protons and neutrons from one section to moving to another section. And that's about it. Now what they're trying to do is trying to see if they can move matter in the same way. Yeah. Which is even more complex.
Oh, well, because technically we are just energy, but it's a little more complicated than that. And it may still have the same amount of electrons and neutrons. And
I mean, teleportation as we know it, because we grew up in Star Trek, could be great.
Yes.
But it's not going to happen in our life.
No. Well, that's the other one too. Is like, do we become clones? Are you? You're just cloning yourself. It's the. Did you see the movie The Prestige?
Yeah. I remember seeing Prestige.
Yeah. Well, basically, because it's, and that's what. Is that what teleportation does? Is it's taking a copy of you and making another one. It's destroying you and making another one of you over here. It's
an interesting process.
Yeah. And also if you combine it with the holodeck technology they have, so
Holodecks would be great.
Well, that goes to the Philip K. Dick stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting. It's like a lot of his stuff was, how do you know you're you? Because now they've shown your memories change over time. The more often you pull up a memory, the more it changes as you go along. So
Detail, perception.
Yeah.
Kind of smell, touch, feeling.
So it changes.
Yep.
So you've changed. You're not you anymore. But again, the whole thing with the replicants and all that. If I create something that has this, that goes to the II. If I create something that has memories, I say this is its memories, and then I change the memories.
So kind of the concept of the TV show called Dollhouse.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So it goes back to teleportation. If I'm teleporting you and I have your information, I can change you when I'm teleporting. I can make you a super soldier. I can make you captain. Oh fuck that! They should do a show about that. Or like Star Trek. There's fucking Uber soldiers. Oh, we need. Ah, fuck it.
I'm pretty sure there's already a movie called Uber Soldier.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Probably on Netflix somewhere, as like the 1-rated star or something like that.
Probably.
But that would be interesting, don't you think? Though, it's like then you're like, you know, today I feel like being 6 feet tall.
You know what? There probably will be a time where it's going to be something that's actually going to be possible, and it's going to be a whole slew of myths.
Oh well, yeah, because humans will fuck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's still interesting because now you get the people that had not had vision, that they can hook up computers to get them to be able to see. Which is, I mean, that alone is impressive. But yeah, where will it go? Like, can that computer be hacked? That's just it, right? So they have these. It's attached to their eye. Well, not their eyes, but to their their brain, and it gives them vision, per se. Now, if I hack it though, because it's hackable.
You know what? It's possible, and they'll have to deal with it when we get there. Because at this point, we don't know how far this can be taken, and they're just starting right now to replicate some type of vision so people they can see like the outlines of shapes, some kind of shades of colors and whatnot. They can't see per se, but you know what? It's a matter of time before they actually perfect the technology, and next thing you know, you have Geordi with a fucking visor, and he sees everything.
But then again, you can hack it.
Yeah.
So you can like, oh no, he's not seeing. So when he's driving, oh no, he's not. He's driving through a countryside. No, he's.
And if it's you can hack the human body, you can hack technology. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of.
Well, that's the ones with the pacemakers, the newer pacemakers, which have Bluetooth in them. Oh my god, they're
susceptible to being infected.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, somebody takes control of the pacemaker and shuts it off.
And the thing is, that's where well, it comes down to the shareholders again. For me, the companies want to put it out, they want to sell it, but they don't fully realize all the IT issues with it.
The security behind it has not even been part of it.
Because they're like, oh, it won't be that bad. Well, no, if someone could take cars over, which has been proven to be done easily.
Until there's a major incident.
Yeah.
We won't see change.
No, I'm sure the
NSA slow.
I'm sure the NSA is already, working on stuff like that.
Yeah. NSA, CIA, MI6, pick one.
So what do you want to talk about? Is anything on for
specifically?
Or rent?
Well, I'm actually reviewing a phone right now that I got this week in the mail by Sony.
Oh, okay.
The Xperia XZ Premium, which I actually have on me.
Oh, you do?
I actually do.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's
1100.
Yeah. What's the memory on it there?
We're looking at 4 gigs of RAM.
Oh,
it's using the 835 processor from Qualcomm.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's got the 16 megapixel camera on it. And it's actually one of the crisper cameras I've seen so far on the market.
Yeah. Well,
even better than the Pixel, and the Pixel was rated 89.
Really? Well, again, obviously they put work in the software for it.
They put a lot of work into their software and the device itself. So it's really good. It's premium quality. So what they did is that you have your top layer glass, tempered glass. Mm-hmm. You've got your actually Gorilla Glass underneath it, and then you got your digitizer on the bottom. But it looks like one solid piece.
Yeah.
So even if you were to drop your phone, the first layer they can just peel off and put back on.
So that's pretty impressive. Yeah. Old. I need my glasses now. Making me put my glasses on in front of people. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
And I've reviewed their other two phones that came out in June and July.
Yeah.
The Xperia XA1 and the Xperia XA1 Ultra, which are like budget phones.
Yeah.
One runs at about $289, and the other one runs at about $329.
Okay.
But this is the premium version. Just got released for Canada. Not this week, last week.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's the American variant. Fingerprint sensor is not enabled.
Oh, okay. But that'll.
But their next generations of smartphone that will release at IFA, for Canada specifically, will have all their fingerprint sensors activated, including the budget phones.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's looking better.
And so now, Martin Guay is going to have. Are you going to have YouTube, or are you going to do your own? The Android stuff is going to have.
Most of all the videos are going to be posted on my own channel, which is Martin Guay.
Yeah.
On YouTube. So if anybody wants to see the videos, they're going to be posted there.
So because this one's going to be going on my one because it's not really related to the out of the basement stuff, but yeah.
I'll more than likely grab the link and.
That's if it works. If I didn't fuck it all up, because I gotta love when you get it's all working inside, you bring it outside, full foobar. So
yeah, you're just like, fuck this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you're working like yeah, but it's a weekend and I have beer. I don't give a fuck anymore. So if it records, it records. If not, we're doing this again.
You know what? We'll do it again. I'll come back. I'm good with that.
So that's pretty good. I think. Anything else you want
to? I'm also working, possibly is a big word, trying to get some of the Chinese OEM to partner up with me, so I can actually bring some of those devices over here.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be
play
great.
with them. I'm trying to get the My Note 3.
Yeah.
Or Show Me, as a lot of people call it. And see if I can test it out here. I know they've been released recently. A couple people have got it in the U.S., but Canada's always seems to be like kind of like
we're
left out of pretty much everything.
Well, small population, right?
Yeah, but small population actually spends money.
I know. Well, yeah, we do a lot of tech compared to like tech kit stuff.
That too. So
more than the
if
States.
I can get that'd be great.
I think we have a higher per capita tech use stuff than the
Probably.
States. Well, of course, the States believes the Earth's only 6,000 years old and it's flat. So, you know.
Hey, you know that's the South.
Like here's a magic box that talks to you. Ooh, my God!
It's easier than that. Just give them an 8-ball.
There you go. Yes.
Yes. No. Maybe. Later.
Looks bad.
But you know, you wouldn't be far off. And I got a couple other things in the go. Hopefully, I can finish a couple things with R&D accessories.
Yeah.
Or referred to as R&D Power Solutions. They do accessories for smartphones and laptops, tablets, PC desktop, and whatnot. I'm also working with Tilt. I'm trying to get more products with Tilt, and then we're doing their new series. They've been talking about a couple products that are probably going to be launching on their crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah.
Not sure which one they're going to be choosing, but I've been in talks with them with that. And like I said, might have a partnership with Rogers. We're going to see how that works.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm looking for Rogers to supply a couple of new devices.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to once we get more subscribers on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm going to go talk to Rogers too and say, hey, look, can you at least give us a hand? Like
exactly.
Not too much, just a little bit of some sort of
And hopefully I can get Master and Dynamic to send me one of their latest Bluetooth wired headsets. So you can have Bluetooth wired, but the higher end one version.
Yeah. But
it's running closer to $900.
Ooh.
But really good sound.
Okay. Well, here's one I want to actually ask you about because when I'm doing the stream for the game and we have this mic, but now most stores it's hard because it's open, right? So there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So it's an omnidirectional one, so it picks up a lot of background stuff. I mean, I can lower the feed and stuff, but it's still always picking up stuff.
You might want to try grabbing the from Blue, the Yeti, the new version of the Yeti. You can control from omnidirectional, bidirectional, quad.
Yeah.
So you can control which direction the microphone is going to be picking up the sound from.
And you can switch it. Can you switch it in?
Yep. The toggle is on it. You just switch it.
Oh, cool.
So you can do this way, this way,
that'd be perfect.
all around.
That'd be perfect.
Or you can do 360 or just on the top.
That'd be perfect for what I want.
The newer microphone, it's running at about $200.
That's not too bad. Because I was looking at the clip-on ones, but those go through the real audio box, right?
Yep.
So I want to have Bluetooth ones or something like that I can clip on, they feed onto things. You bought one, didn't you?
No. This is the Rokin Surge.
Yeah.
True wireless.
Okay.
Completely Bluetooth, Wi-Fi independent, and it's full spectrum music, high end. They only go for about $129 retail.
Yeah, because the thing is, though, I want to be able to have like the feed for the two gamers and the two hosts. Well, the host can go through the one thing, but for the guys playing, I want to have them have some and be able to pick up both, and that's where the software and stuff is. I got to find the right software.
You'd still be probably better to just get the clip-on wired mic. They're going to be better for what you want to do versus wireless, because wireless it might just interrupt and you might get cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can just wire them to a box, you should be fine, because a lot of the clip-on one you can daisy chain them together.
Yeah, but see, then it's because then I actually need Devrim, who's out of the picture right now. Wave your hand, Devrim, say something. We're not going to say anything. There we go. There's Devrim's hand.
Right here.
He's got a full box. It's what is it there, Dev? It's your projector, your box, your audio box, soundboard. Sorry, brain's not working today. The sound. He's got a full soundboard, so those mics clip into that. So I'm not sure for phone if I can get, or my laptop, I can get the clip-on microphone.
Yeah,
it works.
Yep. There's a Lava mic. They actually make their clip-on mics, and they can daisy chain to each other.
Oh, really? Oh, perfect.
It's a little box like that, and you can daisy change 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
And then you just plug it to your laptop, so whoever's talking is going to be picked up, and you'll be able to record it quickly.
That's exactly what I want, because that's perfect. Because then the
but
gamers
it runs at about $600.
Well, so it might be a little while.
Just saying.
Just saying. And things go well. Maybe in 3 years I'll have a...
Mind you, if they're going to be watching this, if they want to sponsor one,
exactly. Yes.
I can contact them, and if they do want to sponsor one, I can put them in contact with you.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, we'll try it, because, like I said, for the gaming stuff,
I can reach out to them and see if they.
Because I'm going to be doing the streaming. Hopefully, the streaming stuff is going to be once a week, which would be really nice to have. Again, though, it's time. Because you know what it's like. It's like, okay, I want to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I am getting the more videos going, but
it's definitely going to be cheaper than the condensers.
Yes.
Because I've been looking at the condensers too.
Yeah.
And then the condensers are like the good ones are like $300 a pop.
Yeah.
And if you want 3 of them, that's
well, what you should actually look at is Patreon for your YouTube stuff.
I could probably get some sponsorship through Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. And because you're already known in the industry for the tech.
Well, I'm mostly in Canada.
Right, but it's.
But I'm branching off into the U.S., so I'm getting Android Unfiltered, which used to be, like I said earlier, oh my god, Android with Tony.
Yeah.
And then there's also Tech Dissected, if anybody knows Tech Dissected, it's with Cliff Wade.
Okay.
Which he's also the one doing the main support for the Nova launcher on Android.
Oh, so there you go.
So I'm branching off into known people that actually know people, and
then definitely you could ask for Patreon and stuff like that, because like I said, you know some of the people, and it wouldn't be hard to get that. So.
No, so it's just a matter of time of getting the right person to actually answer or writing the right email that will actually ring with whoever's going to read it at the other end, and then they reply back saying, "Hey, sure, we want to send you something." I'm like,
"Sweet." All right, well, I think that's pretty much it for me. Unless you have any rants.
No, that's pretty good.
Well, thank you, Martin, for coming by.
Oh, pleasure.
And there.